half as well. Newberry was led by Leah Harris. She had a great second half as well, scored 12 of her 16 after halftime to lead the way. Hannah Nimmo had 12, but Carson-Newman's defense did a fantastic job on their top two scorers. Raquel Brown had just 8 on 3 of 12 shooting, and Mary Kate Kent had just 8 on 2 of 8 shooting in the game. Carson-Newman's win is its 13th straight at Holt Fieldhouse, maintaining the fifth longest active home winning streak in Division II. Currently, we wrap up the Domino's post-game report with a look around the South Atlantic Conference before we get you set for Carson-Newman men's basketball's matchup with the Newberry Wolves as well. We're back to wrap up the Domino's post-game report after this.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess energy toward the ground through the ground wire. AEC also offers surge devices for inside your home to defend against possible voltage spikes that could damage your electronics, appliances, or equipment. This service is affordable and dependable. Order today and enjoy no connection fee. AEC, we power what matters most.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Back at Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman collects its 13th straight victory, defeating Newberry 80-68. Before we bring you the SAC scoreboard, let's give you tonight's premier player of the game. It is Carly Hayworth, 17 points for Carly, 6 of 8 shooting, 5 of 5 from 3. In 11 minutes of action, she is today's premier player of the game. Excellence does not happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Our AEC electrifying play of the game is also going to be from Carly Hayworth. She drilled a 3 while getting fouled in the first quarter. With 2.5 to go, the 4-point play is our AEC electrifying play of the game. AEC member-owned and service-driven. Around the South Atlantic Conference, we go to wrap up the Domino's post-game report here. Wingate in a close one with Emory and Henry, trying to finish things out. Bulldogs up 5, 38 seconds left in that game. Mars Hill and Catawba are playing in Mars Hill, North Carolina. Catawba is winning by 13 early fourth quarter, 59-46. Elsewhere, Anderson started to make things interesting in Wise, Virginia, 66-63. The Trojans have outscored the Cavaliers by 9. There's 40 seconds left in the game. Lenore Ryan stays on its hot streak, defeating Tusculum 109-71. And the game we were wondering about is Lincoln Memorial and Coker, two ranked teams. It's LMU defeating Coker 72-58. So after today's results, there will be a 4-way tie for first place in the SAC, 10 games in to the conference season, with Carson-Newman winning here today. Lady Eagles are 12-4. We're back on the year for the Lady Eagles at Mars Hill, 5:30, 5:15 airtime at Mars Hill on Wednesday, January 21st. Until then, Carson-Newman men's basketball tries to snap its losing skid. It matches up with Newberry, and Adam Cavalier gets you set for that matchup with the AEC Countdown to tip-off, which heads your way after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Two defenders, chucks up a runner, and hits, count it, and one.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
A dagger for Nick. Nobody has made more threes in Division II history than Nick Brennigan.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Tri-Light, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you courtside in historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, where two 8-7 teams collide. But at present standing, they're two 8-7 teams that have been heading in different directions. Eagles are 8-7, 3-6 in South Atlantic Conference play, but losers of 4 straight. Newberry went through these struggles in December when they lost 5 of 6. Wolves are also 8-7 and 4-5 in the league, but have won 3 of their last 4. Carson-Newman hoping that today's game is a turning point and they can avoid a 5th straight loss. How it all shakes out, we check with Chuck Benson. His pregame comments headed your way after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back on the AEC countdown to tip-off. Carson-Newman back in Holt Fieldhouse against the Newberry Wolves today. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, trying to pull things out of the fire a little bit here to start 2026. And yet, if you really look at it in the grand scheme of things, across the totality of this season, you've beaten the teams that you're supposed to beat. And at this juncture, all but one of your losses is to a team with a win percentage above 667. Apply those things and look at the grand scheme of things as this team looks for success today against the Wolves.
I really appreciate your love and optimism about some of our lesser than showings, but ultimately we're like the vast majority of every team in the United States in college basketball. I watch games almost every night in preparation or watch games of friends at different schools across the country, and you know you sort of have this undulating unfolding of a season, and it doesn't mean that you're not striving to have like a meteoric rise to the top, but you just sort of understand that there's challenges in a season, and all we can really do is continue to invest in practice, invest in study, and go into games with a confident plan and a prepared mind, and then compete and see what happens. And so we're going today with that very thing. We're coming off another loss here at Holt, where we love playing, and we've got a team coming in here that's coming off back-to-back wins. And so, we'll see how it unfolds at 4 o'clock today.
You've got this is a touch uncharted territory. You've been here before, 4 straight losses, but it has not happened often. Just the 6th one in your 16 years here as head coach. Drawing back to those previous experiences, is there anything that you can point to that has a similar feel, or this is completely different and is something completely new that you have to work through?
I think any season is its own, truly its own unique thing, primarily because of the difference in people. We have different people now, and our opponents have different people. So we consider and say, well, we've had 4-year or a 4 loss in a row stretch during the 16 years I've been head coach here, 3 or 4 times. But it's really hard to gain a lot of like specific takeaway other than what I know that we do whether we win or lose, and that is to be present, to prepare intelligently, to give our guys the best chances they can with the roster we have, and then see where the chips fall. So, we don't look at it. We don't try. We try to stay away from making the comparisons like, well, this seems like this or this. The truth of the matter is, this is its own unique thing, and we will. We're going in today with a plan, a confident plan, and a hungry bunch. That much I can assure you.
Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Newberry, you alluded to it, back-to-back wins. They've won 3 of their last 4. Drake Downs is averaging more than 19 points per game. What sticks out to you about what the Wolves are doing that leads to success?
they've got a really veteran squad, man. I mean, Downs is a 4-year guy. Strimlow's a 5-year guy. Robinson is a 5-year guy. They've got literally everybody back that was of impact, save one. That's not the situation with our roster. So you have completely different roster types at this point. But Downs is one of the best players in this conference. He's big, he's athletic, he can score, he can rebound. He and Jack Browder, our Jack Browder, are 1 and 2 in our conference in scoring. And then they've got a host of other guys that add value and have proven over the years to add value. We're still sort of evolving in that way as we get some of our younger guys minutes. I mean, you just look at it. We've got 4 guys that are in the top, 4 true freshmen in the top 9. So that's a challenge, but we continue to grow and encourage those guys and hope that as we start moving towards the end of January, we'll find some traction.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck today against the Wolves.
Great. Thanks, Kev.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineup headed your way when the AEC countdown to tip-off wraps up after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
This
bounce feed inside, Browder right block through contact. He gets it to go.
Is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
To the cup, right hand leaner, rolls off front side. Jaws there for the tip. Ooze hit it. Ooze hit it. Carson-Newman celebrates.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by the Eagle Club, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, by the Eagle Shop, Tri-Light, by Premier Building Maintenance, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman and Newberry colliding today in the 67th all-time meeting between these two clubs. Eagles have won 3 straight in the series and lead the all-time ledger 41 wins against 25 losses. Carson-Newman certainly hopes to keep the winning streak against the Wolves going here today, as that would mean that Carson-Newman has snapped a 4-game losing streak overall. Eagles looking for their first win in the 2026 calendar year. Losers of 4 straight and 5 of their last 6, while Newberry comes in winners of 3 of their last 4. Starting lineups look like this. Newberry's been introduced. Eagles are in the process of being introduced. And the Wolves trot out a lineup under Marcus Kirkland of Drew Robinson, Malachi Strimlow, and Drake Downs. Those are the 3 double-digit scores, with Downs number 2 in the league behind Carson-Newman's Jack Browder, and then a pair of guards in Kazeen McDowell and Makai Rivers. Carson-Newman, same 5 that it's utilized in all but 1 game this year. 15th time we see Jack Browder, Rylan Houck, Braden Illick, Khalees Fry, and Matt Bilbray. Pristine home whites for the Eagles, orange numerals trimmed in blue. Carson-Newman written in blue, trimmed in orange around the numbers on the front of the uniforms. All gray road jerseys for the Wolves, adorned with scarlet numerals with a light gray trim, and Wolves written above the number on the front of the jerseys. Illick versus Downs for the jump. Archibald Whaley, our head official, has the ball in his hands. 4 sharp bounces, and we're ready for play. Whaley says, hey, let's create a little bit of space here now. Just kidding. And now, the jump. It is Downs who wins the tap, and Newberry controls, moving right to left to open up this game against man-to-man defense for Carson-Newman. Rivers, head of the key, underhand pass, left wing Robinson, down in the left corner for Strimlow. Skip out, top of the key, it's too tall for Downs. Fry steals it, gets it ahead of Houck. Houck drive, dish, right corner, Browder, transition 3, front of the 10, no good. Fry tips the rebound, can't control it. And it's Robinson out of the fray with the board for the Wolves, bringing it right to left with no score, 35 seconds in. Rivers, head of the key, chest pass right wing for Robinson, back to Rivers up top. Eagles stay man as the Wolves have 13 to shoot. Rivers down the right side of the paint, peels out to the right wing for Robinson, out to the left point Downs. 6 and 5 on the shot clock. Left wing McDowell heaves up a 3. Toilet bowls out right side. 3 men collide for the rebound. None of them collect it, but Rivers does. He races to the left block and lays it in. Look what I found bunny for Makai Rivers. Second chance points give Newberry an early 2-0 lead. 70 seconds in. Eagles onto the offensive end. Browder into the lane, drops the shoulder, right-hand teardrop, tickles Twine over the Sac logo. First points for Carson-Newman come from the league's leading scorer, Jack Browder, tied at 2, 85 seconds in. Wolves bring it right to left. Rivers, kick into the corner, left side for Downs. Reverse it back to the right point for Drew Robinson. Robinson harassed by Bilbray, drops it off with a bounce to Downs, left block. Back out left wing, Strimlow. Strimlow moseys inside, 5 to shoot. High post touch, Rivers free throw line. Steps right, off balance 2. Caroms off the back iron, tipped by Fry to Browder, right side of the lane. Eagles bring it left to right in a 2-2 ball game with 1:55 to play in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Browder, head of the key. Pump fakes a 3, now steps left, does fire a triple. It rattles halfway down, out and back in. First 5 points have come from Jack Browder. Eagles by 3, 5-2 with 17:44 to play in the first half. Wolves onto the offensive end. Robinson, head of the key, races inside on Bilbray, drops it off for Downs, right baseline. He's into the paint, lays it up. Fry swatted it. Late whistle. Fry impedes the landing zone on Downs and gets charged for a foul. First on Fry, first on the Eagles. The block was clean, but Fry clipped them when they landed, and that sends Downs to the line. Eagle fans, AEC is your local electric co-op service you can trust and value, you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, we are AEC, powering what matters most. Downs first free throw, rainbows up and through. 5-3, Eagles by a pair. Downs has really done work at the line in his junior season for the product out of Simpsonville. Eyes the basket, shoots the second, and swishes it. 83%. He's only missed 9 free throws this season. Career 73% shooter. He's 10 percentage points better here in his senior campaign, and he pulls the Wolves within 1. 17:24 to play in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Browder, 2 to the ball on him, left wing. Backs it up to Bilbray, head of the key. Touch it into the high post, Illick. Jab step, left foot, handoff Browder up top. Browder sends it to Bilbray, left wing. 9 to shoot. High low, Illick left block. Illick back to the basket, turns, right hand hook over Downs, left it short. Downs boxes out the shooter and grabs the miss on the left block for the Wolves. Newberry brings it right to left, trailing by 1, 3 minutes in. Head of the key for Robinson, swings it left corner. Strimlow a 3, back iron no, Downs an offensive rebound. Second chance for the Wolves. Head of the key, Rivers. Jab step, right foot on Browder. Switches it right wing for a long 2. That's off the mark from McDowell. And the Eagles bring it left to right. Bilbray, right point. Stopped his dribble, finds high post Illick. Back to Bilbray, right of the paint. Back to Illick, head of the key. Straight on 3 ball. Illick swishes it. Braden Illick fires one in from range. And the Eagles are up by 4, 8-4 with 16:20 to play in the first half. Wolves a 1 of 5 start from the field. They're down by 4. Rivers, right wing, accelerates on Browder. Goes to the cup, a wild scoop won't fall, but he draws a foul on Browder. First on Browder, second on the Eagles. 2 free throws for Makai Rivers. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Large one-topping pizzas are $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Rivers swishes in the first free throw. Wolves a 1 of 5 start at the charities, or from the field, pardon me, but have started 3 of 3 at the charity stripe to make up for this 2-minute 50-second field goal drought. Second free throw's up. Rivers is true again. The 66% shooter goes 2 of 2 and makes it a 2-point game. 8-6, Eagles lead, 16:10 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman moves left to right with the basketball. Halk across the timeline right side, picked up by Robinson the whole way. Gets it to Bilbray right wing. Rivers defends him man-to-man. Bilbray finds Fry in the post. Fry spins. 1 left-hand dribble, now 2. Pivots and passes Browder left wing. 10 to shoot. Browder trapped on the left wing. Lost the handle on it. Sends it to Illick out of the key. 5 and 4. Illick pivoting around. Passes to Bilbray, who just chucks it toward the rim. It's an air ball and a shot clock violation. Eagles turn it over. And that brings us to a break in the action. 15:38 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman 8, Newberry 6. First time the Eagles have had a lead at the under-16 media since New Year's Eve against Tennessee Wesleyan. 8-6 Eagles lead. 15:38 to go in the first half here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
15:38 to go in the first half. It's an 8-6 lead for Carson-Newman over Newberry. Wolves down 2 in spite of 1 of 5 start from the field thanks to a 4-4 effort at the free throw line. Eagles stay man as the Wolves go into the right corner for Drew Robinson. Feeds Strimlow for a right point 3. That's halfway down and out. Illick the rebound on the right side of the paint, and the Eagles sprint right to left with it. Left corner, Colin Brown. Feeds Illick left wing. Catch 3 on the way. Illick left it short. Offensive board free throw line for Houck. Second chance. Browder, top of the key. Crossover on McDowell. Kick it Houck in the right corner. Gets to the right of the paint. Fires the 10-footer, and Houck switches it. Rylan Houck matches the Eagles' biggest lead at 4. 10-6. 14:50 to go in the first half. Wolves onto the offensive end. Strimlow, right point. Shovels off to Rivers, right wing. Back to Downs at the top of the key. Gives off Robinson. 10 to shoot. Strimlow runs the weave over to McDowell. He fires a long 2 straight on and swishes it. Izzy McDowell, freshman out of Duncan, South Carolina. Pulls the Wolves within a pair. 10-8. 14:20 to play in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Browder at the head of the key. Flips it to Illick on the right elbow. Illick. Left hand dribbles over to the wing. Bounce speed, left block, Browder. Back to the basket with 7 to shoot. Browder turns into the paint. Right hand push shot, strong off the heel. Downs boxes out Browder and grabs the miss for the Wolves. Newberry onto the offensive end. Lost the ball out of bounds. Its last touch by Carson-Newman. And it goes, or stays with Newberry, rather. 23 on the shot clock. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Downs, reverse layup, middle of the lane, can't get it to fall. Rebound pings off of Illick and Strimlow. Strimlow, the guy that last touched it. And it's Carson-Newman ball. 10-8, Eagles leading. 13:40 to play in the first half. A tight one here in the early going. Out, right corner. A game that's featured a tie and a lead change, and either team up by 2 possessions. Houck extends the lead back to 2 possessions. Knifing down the middle of the lane with a left-handed layup from the left side. 12-8, Eagles by 4. 13:20 to play in the first half. Wolves with it front court. Robinson launches a right point 3. It thuds off the left side of the rim. Browder scoops the rebound off the ground on the left side of the lane, and the Eagles push tempo left to right. Houck finds Uosis cutting to the basket, and Uosis feathers it in with the left hand off the glass. 4 in a row for the Eagles. They're up by 6. Biggest lead for Carson-Newman. 14-8 with 12:55 to play in the first half. Wolves are one of their last 7 from the field. Strimlow, dribble handoff right wing for Robinson. Back to Strimlow right wing. Chest pass Robinson left point. He tries a triple. It glances off the right side of the 10. Houck the rebound right baseline, and the Eagles push left to right. Browder attacking. Euroing to the hole. Scoops it up. Underside of the rim, no good. Strimlow collapses inside to grab the miss for Newberry. The Wolves bring it right to left. McDowell. Head of the key. Chest pass Strimlow left point. Round to the left corner. Here's a Rivers triple. Back of the 10, no good. Uosis boxed out Downs, but it was over his head. Downs the rebound. Second chance for the Wolves. Downs. Right elbow, guarded by Uosis. Jab step, moves inside, chucks it up off the window, and the second leading scorer finds the bottom of the bucket for the first time today. His first make from the field. He's got 4 points. 14-10, Eagles by 4. That stops a 2-minute and change scoring drought for the Wolves. Houck inside, misses the runner on the left baseline. McDowell up with the rebound for the Wolves. Newberry brings it right to left. Down by 4 with 11:45 to go in the first half. Rivers, top of the key. Down inside on Illick. Gets to the cup and lays it in off glass. Tough runner for Rivers. It's a 14-12 ball game in favor of Carson-Newman. 11:32 to play in the first half after 4 in a row for Newberry. Eagles onto the offensive end. Brown right around an Illick screen down the right side of the paint. And Illick called for a moving screen as Brown got loose. His first, team's third, brings us to a break in the action. Second turnover of the day for Carson-Newman comes on an offensive foul. 11:23 to play in the first half. 14-12. Carson-Newman leads Newberry. Wolves only shooting 31% from the field compared to 50% for Carson-Newman, but staying in it early thanks to offensive rebounding and free throws. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Newberry with an opportunity to tie this game with 11:23 to play in the first half. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand, as Carson-Newman has led by as many as 6, Newberry by as many as 2 here in the early goings of this one. Wolves have the basketball out of the break after an offensive foul. And there's another offensive foul. Drake Downs discards Matt Bilbray away from the basketball on the right wing. Bilbray goes skidding on his backside. And Downs is charged with his first. That's the first on the Wolves for the day. So one offensive foul begets another. And the Eagles get the ball back with a 2-point lead in hand. Bilbray, right wing, bounce feed inside. Fry cutting to the basket. He's shoved with a right-hand finger roll. Takes a tumble and draws 2 free throws. It's a second personal on the league's second leading scorer, Drake Downs, in the span of 15 seconds. And decision time for Marcus Kirkland here. Second personal on the Wolves. They've both been on Downs. And with 19.7 points per game, does Newberry have to play the final 10:59 of this first half without one of the more productive guys in the South Atlantic Conference? As Fry eyes the basket and misfires off the back of the rim. Downs does exit. Malachi Strimlow is back in. One more free throw for Khalees Fry. Looking to stop a 2-minute, 5-second scoring drought for the Eagles, which he does, rattling the second at the stripe. 15-12, Eagles by 3. 10:57 to go in the first half. Wolves with it front court. Houston right wing, defended by Uosis man-to-man. Hits McDowell at the top of the key. Swings it to Robinson left wing. Back up top, Strimlow. Fires McDowell right wing out to Houston head of the key. 10 to shoot. Slips Strimlow left point. Man-to-man defense. Finds McDowell left of the paint. Fades from 10 and connects on the left baseline. McDowell with 4 points. 1-point game. 15-14 Eagles. 10:25 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman onto the offensive end. Stamper, right elbow with the basketball, matched up on Brett Dent. Stamper, left-hand dribbles to the wing, stops and passes Fry head of the key. One right-hand dribble, underhand flip to Bilbray. Bilbray slaloms to the right baseline, pulls up, 15-footer, swishes it. First points for Matt Bilbray. That's the first field goal for the Eagles in 2.5 minutes. And they're back up 3, 17-14 at the 10-minute mark in the first half. Newberry has made its last 3 shots from the field after a 2 of 11 start. Strimlow, chest pass right wing, Drew Robinson for Houston on the right point. Tried to draw a foul by kicking his legs out. Officials saw through that. Chuck Benson pleading that that should be called for a foul. And then Ivers Uosis was fouled by Brett Dent, grabbing the rebound. First on Dent, third on the Wolves. Chuck Benson pleading with Archibald Whaley that Houston Jones should receive a flop warning for the leg kick on the 3. Bilbray, Browder, Stamper, Fry, Uosis for Carson-Newman. Newberry with McDowell, Robinson, Strimlow, Jones, and Dent. Bilbray right around a Fry screen. Goes back to Fry, who runs the middle of the lane and ramrods it through with 2 hands. The Eagles up 5, 19-14 with 9:25 to play. in the first half. Wolves on to the offensive end. Jones for Dent at the top of the key. Hands off to Drew Robinson. Swings it back to the right wing for McDowell. It's off to Jones head of the key. 7 and 6. Wolves throw it away. Pass into the scorer's table on the near side is Newberry's third turnover, and the ball back to the Eagles with a 5-point lead. Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. Visit them online at eagleshop.cn.edu. Bilbray, right elbow, feeds Fry, left block, reverse layup, yes can, off glass and one. The feed by Bilbray, the finish by Fry, and Carson-Newman is up by 7. The foul is on Strimlow. It's his first, and the team's fourth. 6 in a row for the Eagles to take their first 7-point lead of the night. Bilbray drops his third assist. And Fry to the line, where he's 1 for 2 today, looking to extend this 6-0 blossoming for Carson-Newman. Fry bends his knees, the and one free throw, back spins through the strings, and the Eagles are up by 8. 7 in a row for Carson-Newman to take a 22-14 lead with 8:45 to play in the first half. Newberry with it front court. Robinson defended by Bilbray on the left wing. 2 passes downstairs, Dent left block. Dent backs down Stamper, backs it out to Jones left wing. 8 to shoot. McDowell down the right side of the paint. Pivots, passes, right point. Robinson, 3 ball. Back of the 10, no. Fry boxes out Strimlow to grab the miss, and the Eagles sprint left to right on a 7-0 run. Browder, left wing, 3 ball on the way. Bullseye! Jack Browder! 10 straight for Carson-Newman. Eagles are up 11. 25-14, and Marcus Kirkland wants time. 8:09 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman 25. And Newberry 14. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after this. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Carson-Newman has found its offensive footing early in this one. Eagles shooting 63% from the field. And while Newberry hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes, Carson-Newman has rattled off a 10-0 run to get up by 11 with 8:09 to play in the first half. Wolves 5 of 16 from the field and 0 of 8 from long range. Newberry basketball out of the break with Gitterson Lusant on the floor for the first time. Out to Brett Dent, right point, 8 to shoot. For Houston Jones, a right wing triple. Cameras off the back of the 10. Long rebound all the way out to the town line, grabbed by Rivers. Rivers into the low post. Lusant rolls over Jack Browder. That's an offensive foul. First on Lusant, 5th on the Wolves. Newberry turns it over for a 4th time, and a 2-minute 48-second scoring drought continues for Newberry. 25-14, Eagles by 11. Carson-Newman shooting 63% from the field. They've had the hot hand to begin this game. 7 assists on 10 made baskets and a 3 of 5 effort from beyond the arc. Eagles bring it front court. Bilbray. Right around a Fry screen. Stops right wing. Now accelerates inside. Stops again and feeds to Haupt right wing. Down the Hornet goes to Browder left wing. 10 to shoot. Browder. Touch it into the high post. Illick. Bounce back to Browder. Running inside. He lost it going up. It's loose. There's a whistle. And a loose ball foul coming, I believe, on Khalees Fry. That indeed is the case. Second on Fry, fourth on Carson-Newman. So Fry will exit for Ivorus Uosis. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. The pass from Mekhi Rivers is off of the heels of Rylan Hauck's blue and orange shoes and out of bounds into the right corner. It stays with Newberry with 18 on the shot clock and 7:02 to play in a first half where the Wolves are looking for their first points in 3.5 minutes. Rivers bounces, gets it back in the right corner. Rivers curls to the free throw line, swings it to Houston Jones left wing, back to Rivers left point. 10 to shoot. Rivers right around a Dent screen, through the middle of the lane, shoots through contact on Browder, can't get it to fall, he'll look the rebound. Pushing tempo into the front court, Bilbray right wing, triple, Bilbray bending, front side no good. Dent the board on the left block. The Wolves bring it right to left. First miss from the Eagles from the field in their last 5 attempts. Rivers left block, into the high post, Dent, bounce it back between the rings for McDowell. McDowell, left corner, Rivers, drives baseline, pass deflected, Hauck steals it. Hauck doesn't have numbers, he's 1 on 3. He got stripped by Rivers, straight up took it away from him on the left side of the lane. Turnover number 4 for Carson-Newman. Wolves front court. McDowell, right point. Resets with 20 to shoot. Eagles in the middle of a 10-0 run. Wolves haven't scored in 4 minutes and change, and that drop continues. Uosis a steal on the right block. 6 giveaway for the Wolves. Eagles front court. Bilbray bounce it to Illick right block. Pumps on Dent, lays it up right hand, got it to roll off the back of the 10. 12-0 run for Carson-Newman over the last 4 minutes. It came with a 2-minute scoring drought for the Eagles. Carson-Newman's up by 13. 27-14 with 5:40 to play in the first half. Newberry front court. Rivers on the left block, pivots and passes to Lusant right elbow. Out to the top of the key, McDowell. He drives, dishes, left point Rivers, 7 to shoot. Rivers left of the lane, takes it into Illick. Whistle, foul. Missed the layup. Charge the personal to Illick, that's his second. Team's 5th. And free throws coming for Mekhi Rivers. Drake Downs on the bench with 2 fouls for Newberry. Khalees Fry on the bench with 2 fouls for Carson-Newman. And soon to be joined by Braden Illick. Rivers first free throw. Toilet bowl's off right side. First miss from the stripe for the Wolves. Still no points in the last 5 minutes and 7 seconds for Newberry. They've only missed 4 shots in that stretch. It's been turnovers, 5 of them that have been what's at issue for the Wolves. Second free throw for Rivers, looking to make it a 12-point game. Lines it up, knocks it down. That stops a 5-minute, 7-second Newberry scoring drought. Wolves are within 12, 27-15 with 5:24 to play in the first half. Eagles range left to right with it. Stamper in the high post. Twisting, turning, one left-hand dribble gives to Browder left corner, fires inside, Hauck left block. Hauck into the lane, drive, dish, Stamper head of the key. He fires a straight on triple. Missed it off to the right. Houston Jones there with the rebound. And the Wolves bring it right to left. Left point, Jones drops it off Lusant right of the paint on Stamper. Lusant backs down Stamper. Spins right, now left. Lusant missed it strong off the backboard. Whistle and a foul, battling for the miss. And it's charged to whom? Jack Browder, that's his second. Team 6th. Well, what does Chuck Benson do here? Colin Brown is off the bench. Is Jack Browder coming off? Yes, he is. First time that Jack Browder has exited the floor in the first half of a game since the opening weekend, November 15th and 16th. 14th and 15th, whatever it was. He's in foul trouble. He'll sit. Eagles ahead by 12. Mark this moment down with 4:43 to play in the first half. League's leading scorer on the bench with 2 personals. Left elbow, Rivers jumper. Missed it off to the left. Stamper grabs the rebound. And the Eagles bring it left to right. Uosis hands off Brown left wing. Brown zips it left corner, Uosis. Back to Brown. It's deflected by Drew Robinson. Robinson takes it to the hole and lays it in. 10-point game. Newberry has scored the last 3. 27-17 with 4:12 to play in the first half. That's Newberry's first made field goal in 6 minutes. Stamper, left elbow with the basketball on Lusant. Lusant straight up took it away from him. Rivers off to the races. Rivers to the hole. Blocked by Bilbray. I'm going to say Bilbray fouled him. First personal on Bilbray. 7th team foul on the Eagles. Brings us to a break in the action. 3:59 to play in the first half. 27-17. Carson-Newman by 10. Drake Downs on the bench with 2 fouls. Jack Browder on the bench with 2 fouls. League's 2 leading scorers out of the game in foul trouble. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. Carson-Newman has turned it over 4 times in the last 4 minutes in a 12-0 run for the Eagles that built a 13-point lead. Has come to a halt. Newberry has scored 3 straight. Looking to make it 5 in a row with Makai Rivers at the line. And he gets the charity roll with the first free throw. Hit the front iron, rolled around the left side, caught the heel, leapt into the air, and then went down through the strings. He's got 8 points on 4 or 5 shooting from the stripe. Makes it a 9-point game, looking to make it 8. Second one's on the way. It 2 is true. So 5 straight for the Wolves to get the lead down to 13, 27-19. 3:57 to go in the first half. No Jack Browder for Carson-Newman. He's on the bench with 2 fouls. No Drake Downs, the league's second leading scorer. He's on the bench for the Wolves with 2 fouls. Bilbray at the right point, skips it left corner. Stamper, he tries a triple, left it short. Houck got a paw to the rebound, but he couldn't control it. Houston Jones grabs the tip on the right side of the lane, and the Wolves bring it right to left. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Wolves have scored 5 in a row, their longest run of the day. Strimlow, right wing, flips it to the head of the key, Drew Robinson. Chest pass right wing for McDowell. Tipped by Brown. McDowell gets it back, 5 and 4. McDowell head of the key, 3. Heaves it back at the rim, no good. Long rebound for Jones. Left elbow, second chance for the Wolves. Newberry 0 of 10 from beyond the arc. Strimlow, right baseline. Twisting around, feeds out McDowell head of the key. Moves inside on Colin Brown. Brown couldn't stop his progress as McDowell pumped the brakes, and Brown has whistled for his first, team's 8th, and a 1-and-1 for McDowell. Hasn't been to the line a ton this season. Shoots about a pair of free throws a game for the Wolves. 10 of 13 at the stripe. That's 77% if you're mathematically inclined, and he earns the second by making the first. 6-0 run for the Wolves. This has come without the league's leading scorer, Jack Browder, on the floor. A 2-minute, 55-second scoring drought for the Eagles. Make it 7-0. What was once a 13-point Carson-Newman lead is down to 6, 27-21 with 2:59 to go in the first half. Bilbray over the timeline, races down the middle of the paint, gets it to Uosis right corner. Reset with Brown between the rings. High-low action to Stamper. Strimlow comes over his back and is whistled for a foul. Second on Strimlow, 6th on the Wolves. So Strimlow and Downs, two Newberry Wolves that have played a lot of basketball on the bench here in the first half. Lusant back up for the Wolves, replacing Strimlow. Who's looking for their first points in 3 minutes. But a turnover. Brown's pass inside, intercepted by Lusant. Gets it to Drew Robinson, who takes it to the rim and finger rolls it in. 9-0 run for the Wolves, 27-23. Eagles lead by 4 with 2:35 to play in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Houck down the left side of the paint. Gets to the cup and stops the drought. Rylan Houck has 6 points. Eagles' first score in 3.5 minutes. They're up by 6. 29-23 with 2:18 to go in the first half. Newberry on the offensive end, and Colin Brown fouls Drew Robinson on the right wing. That's a second personal on Brown. A 9th team foul on Carson-Newman. 1-1 for the Wolves. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. Robinson short at the front end of the 1-1. Eagles grab the rebound and bring it front court. Shane Hawkins is into the game for the first time for the Wolves, who play man-to-man defense against the Eagles. Stamper, head of the key. Chest pass right wing, Houck. Houck past his defender, but Hawkins gets in front to keep him from the basket. Houck, middle of the lane, pull up, 10-footer, missed it off the left side of the backboard. Houston Jones the rebound. Wolves bring it right to left, down by 6 with 104 seconds left in the first half. Jones, right wing. Slips it to Lusant, right point. Lusant backs down Stamper. Left-hand dribble, spins right, pumps, lays it up short. Brown elevates to grab the rebound. Brown sprints front court, gets across the timeline, accelerates down the left side of the lane, and draws a foul on the floor. 1-1. Foul is on Shane Hawkins. His first, the team's 7th. 1-1 for Colin Brown. Brown, 52% at the stripe. He started 12 of 12 this season. And he misses the front end of the 1-1 here. So a 12 of 12 start from the line, and since then, now 3 of 18 at the line since that 12 of 12 start. Lead holds at 6, 29-23. Wolves onto the offensive end. Rivers down the left side of the lane. Air balls a runner, but a whistle and a foul. Isaac Stamper charged with his first personal on the collision. Team's 10th. 2 free throws for Rivers. 9 points for Rivers. He paces the Wolves and has done the large part of it at the line, where he's 5 of 6 for a 66% free throw shooter, and he gets the roll in the first. 29-24. Eagles by 5. First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics, and the only place you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles pride. Second free throw's on the way. It rattles home. 4-point game. 29-25 Eagles with 72 seconds left in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Bilbray, right baseline. Fades from 15. Splash. 4 for Matt Bilbray. Back to a 6-point lead with 60 seconds left. 31-25 Carson-Newman. Wolves moving right to left. Robinson, free throw line. Pulls up, 15-footer, clanks it off to the left. Brown the rebound. He got shoved by Lusant. A lot of posts and foul trouble for the Wolves. Second on Lusant, 8th team foul on Newberry. Lusant has 2. Downs has 2. Strimlow has 2. A lot of big bodies for Marcus Kirkland unavailable. And 1-1 for Colin Brown. Brett Dent, 6'10 sophomore out of Richmond, checks in for Lusant. So 1-1 for Colin Brown, looking to stretch this out to 8 if he can go 2 for 2. Southpaw shoots the front end with his left hand and connects nothing but strings. First point today for Colin Brown. Browder, Illick, and Fry all on the bench with 2 fouls for Carson-Newman. Brown goes 1 of 2, planks the second one off the back of the rim. Hawkins grabs the rebound, and the Wolves bring it right to left, down by 7. 32-25 with 40 seconds left in the first half. Rivers zips right corner, baseline drive for Hawkins. Nobody home for that pass. It's saved in front of the bench by Robinson. Robinson to the hole, left side of the lane. Overcooks that one off the backboard. Dent the offensive rebound, twist, turns, airballs the layup. Rebound loose on the right side of the baseline. Shot clock at 1. Arrow favors Carson-Newman on a tie-up between Houck and Hawkins. It's Carson-Newman ball. So the Eagles will get the basketball. And Chuck Benson will utilize his use it or lose it timeout. Carson-Newman shooting 57% from the field here in the first half. Newberry at just 26%. But the Wolves are 11 of 13 at the free throw line. That has helped the cause. Malachi Strimlow has not scored, and Drake Downs, the league's second leading scorer, only has 4. At the same time, Jack Browder's not on the floor. He has 2 fouls for Carson-Newman. Braden Illick not on the floor. He has 2 fouls. Khalees Fry not on the floor. He has 2 fouls. I don't think Chuck Benson or Marcus Kirkland would have envisioned that it was going to be Houck, Brown, Bilbray, Uosis, and Stamper on the floor late in the first half for the Eagles. And Kirkland was going to have to counter with Robinson, Jones, Hawkins, and Dent, plus Rivers. Willing to bet these 2 5-man lineups, not a ton of minutes played across the course of the season, save for this game right here. Full court press on for Newberry as Houck inbounds to Colin Brown. Brown over the timeline left side, picked up by Drew Robinson, man-to-man. He gets it to Bilbray on top of the jump circle with 12 to go in the first half. Eagles by 7. Bilbray, 8 and 7. Goes between the rings, 5 and 4. Bilbray head of the key, 3, splash! Matt Bilbray strokes it. A 3/4 court heave is off the mark. And that is how the first half comes to a close. Matt Bilbray, pure from range, sends the Eagles into the halftime locker room, ahead by 10. Newberry just 25 first half points. Matches the 25 that UVA Wise scored in the first half on December 17th for the fewest points that Carson-Newman has allowed in the first half of basketball all season. 25-35. Dead Eagles by 10 at the halftime break. Eagles Shop halftime report heads your way when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagles Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime on the Eagle Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagle Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Fry takes it away from him. Fry runs the middle of the lane and throws it down with the right hand.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Halftime in Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman a 35-25 lead on the Newberry Wolves in the first half, where the Eagles shoot 58% from the field. Limit Newberry to 26% shooting, just a 7 of 27 effort for Newberry, including 0 of 10 from beyond the arc. Shot making plays a role in this one, fairly heavily in Carson-Newman's favor. This one could be even more out of hand if it wasn't for Newberry's free throw shooting. Wolves a concerted effort to get to the line. And Newberry, 11 of 13 at the stripe to stay pace. Wolves out-rebounding the Eagles by 2. They've got 6 offensive boards and 6 second chance points. Carson-Newman just 1 offensive rebound to speak of in this game. A good chunk of Carson-Newman's misses have come in transition, and the Eagles haven't had anybody even underneath the rim to fight for a rebound. This game, got to talk about the foul trouble. Carson-Newman had Jack Browder, Braden Illick, and Khalees Fry, 3 starters on the bench with 2 fouls. In Illick and Fry's case, pretty much the entire second half of the first half were played without them. Jack Browder exited with his second with 4 minutes to go and saw a 12-point lead dwindle to 4. But credit Carson-Newman, the Eagles do head into the halftime locker room on a 6-0 run to be up double digits at the halftime break. And foul trouble also impacting Newberry in this one. Drake Downs played the first 9 minutes of the half. He's the league's second leading scorer. He sat for the final 11 minutes and has 4 points. Malachi Strimlow, quality veteran post for the Wolves, scoreless with 2 fouls. And then one of their backup bigs, Jefferson Lusant, big 6'7", 250-pound sophomore out of Boca Raton, Florida, he picked up his second. So Marcus Kirkland, 3 posts, all in pretty substantial foul trouble for the Wolves. And a bit of a chess match cooking here in Holt Fieldhouse has led to a 35-25 halftime lead in favor of the Eagles here inside of Holt. We'll take you around the South Atlantic Conference. Eagle Shop halftime report heads your way when we come back after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at seeandeagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's seeandeagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
Halftime in Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman has a 35-25 lead on the Newberry Wolves earlier today. Thanks to some other results throughout the women's side of things, we now talk about first place Carson-Newman women's basketball. Lady Eagles with an 80-68 win over the Newberry Wolves, and that coupled with a loss by Coker on the road to Lincoln Memorial means we've got a four-way tie atop the league standings. LMU, Coker, Carson-Newman, and Lenore Ryan all tied with 8-2 records, which will make the back half of this season really, really interesting. So Carson-Newman's women get it done, 80-68 over Newberry. 19 points for Emily Gonzalez, 17 for Carly Hayworth, including a flawless 5 of 5 effort from beyond the arc for the Lady Eagles in that one. On the men's side of the coin, around the South Atlantic Conference, Coker is taking on Lincoln Memorial. There is no score from that game at present standing. You've got Wingate on the road at Emory and Henry. There's a minute 34 to play in the first half of that game. And the Bulldogs have a 36-26 lead on the Wasps. 54% shooting for Wingate and 12 points from Kendall Campbell to pace the Bulldogs in that one. Tusculum playing host to Lenore Ryan. The Pioneers haven't scored in 2.5 minutes, but hold a 22-21 lead on the Bears at the 5-minute mark in the first half, in an offensive war of attrition. Both teams shooting below 30% from the field in that contest. The Pioneers have 6 from Denaj Kimber to lead all scorers. Final game on the docket has Mars Hill playing host to Catawba. 7:39 left in the first half. Lions a 26-22 lead on the Indians behind 10 points from Gabe Urbeck. Lions 58% from the field and 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Eagles up by 10 at the halftime break. Second half action heads your way when we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Goes top of the key. Pull up three. On the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Every day brings new challenges, and those challenges look different for everyone. But no matter what each day looks like, your local energy co-op is here to power every moment. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the field, AEC is committed to bringing you safe, affordable, and reliable power to get you through the day. We are your local electric co-op, and we are here for you. AEC, empowering every day.
Halftime, wrapping up inside of Holt Fieldhouse as Carson-Newman has a 35-25 lead on the Newberry Wolves. Before we start the second half, let's pause 10 seconds so that our stations may identify themselves across the Eagle Sports Network. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside. Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control. And in the building, we have Ian Johnson on replay, Colin Kempfert, our director, and our fantastic camera crew, Megan Ryan, Grace Gregory, Blair Cherry, and Kennedy Goins. Just elated that you've decided to spend part of your Saturday with us here across the Eagle Sports Network, and glad to have you locked and loaded wherever you may be joining us, however you may be joining us. Eagles, a 12-0 run in the first half. The separator, both teams had to play through foul trouble and will be at full strength, to borrow the hockey term, to start the second half. Bilbray, Hauk, Fry, Browder, and Illick for Carson-Newman. Browder, Illick, and Fry all sat in the first half in foul trouble for the Wolves. McDowell, Rivers, Downs, Strimlow, and Robinson on the floor to begin the second half. It was Strimlow and Downs in foul trouble for the Wolves in the opening stanza. Rivers down the left side of the paint, gets to the cup, misfires the layup, but the tip-in is there for Malachi Strimlow. Newberry scores first 12 seconds in to the second half. Wolves see their 6-0 run come to a close at the end of the first half. Browder drives right side of the lane. He feathers it in with the right hand. Jack Browder into double digits for the 79th time in his career. He has 10. It's a 37-27 lead for the Eagles. 33 seconds into the second half. Wolves front court. Rivers tried to drop it off for Strimlow downstairs, but Bilbray steals it. Bilbray off to the races, gets his shot erased, but Fry picks up the miss, and the Eagles reset. Browder, left wing, tries a triple. Browder left it short. Fry battling for the rebound, but he loses the battle to Strimlow on the left baseline. Wolves bring it left to right, down by 10. McDowell lost the handle on it around a screen right into Illick's arms. Outlets it ahead to Bilbray. Shuffles Hauk running the middle of the lane. He finger rolls it home with the left hand. Beautiful ball movement. The ball never touched the floor. Illick to Hauk. Give a second assist if you're playing hockey. 39-27. Eagles up by 12 with 18:35 to play in the second half. Wolves with it front court. Strimlow, left point, tries a triple. Front of the 10, no good. Fry with the box out on Downs for the rebound. Right block for the Eagles. Fry brings it front court. Leaps and passes Hauk right corner. Out to the right point, Illick. Illick, right hand dribbles down the right side of the paint on McDowell. Illick backs down McDowell. Spins right, now back left. Leaps and hits Hauk left point. Hauk drive inside. Bounce feed Fry left block. Pumps. Strimlow airborne. Whistle. Foul on the reverse layup. Strimlow with his third. First on Newberry. And another of Marcus Kirkland's prolific posts re-enters foul trouble. Wallace Hardy says that Strimlow got Fry with his body even though he was straight up. Fry, first free throw, back spinning through the strings. Eagles match their biggest lead of the day at 13, 40-27 with 18:09 to play in the second half. One more free throw for Khalees Fry, sitting on 7 points. 3 of 4 effort from the line. Make it 3 of 5 at Toilet Bowl's off front side into Downs' arms for his 6th rebound. Wolves slowly work the basketball from left to right. Down by 13. Downs at the free throw line. Dishes out to Robinson left wing. To McDowell left point. McDowell north-south down the right side of the paint. Strimlow in the right corner. Strimlow bounce feed inside. Stolen by Browder. Gets it ahead to Bilbray. Bilbray draws contact. Right hand layup won't fall. Browder and a Wolf tussling for the rebound. Tied up. Arrow favors Carson-Newman. I think it was between Browder and Strimlow. Jump ball. Arrow keeps it with Carson-Newman. Hauk will inbound on the right baseline with a fresh 20 on the clock. Newberry hasn't scored in 2 minutes. Eagles on an 11-2 run spanning the halftime break. Browder Euroing to the hole, got his shot erased by McDowell, who comes away with the rebound, and the Wolves bring it left to right. Down by 13. Head of the key. McDowell tries a triple. Front of the 10, no good. Fry punches the rebound out of bounds on the right baseline, and it stays with Newberry. Wolves 25% from the field in this contest. 0 of 12 from beyond the arc. They are +3 on the boards, though, and have hit triple the free throws as Carson-Newman. Rivers through the middle of the paint. Shot erased by Fry. Rebound at the head of the key for McDowell. Dumps it off for Downs' right block, who feathers in a 6-foot jumper with the right hand. First points for Newberry in 2.5 minutes. 40-29. Eagles by 11. 17:01 to play in the second half. Eagles onto the offensive end, moving right to left. Illick, head of the key. Ball held at his right hip. Right hand pass into the right corner for Bilbray. Bilbray stops right point, feeds Illick right wing. Illick twisting around, 2 left-hand dribbles, now a third and a fourth. Picks it up. 3 and 2 to shoot. Goes to Bilbray right wing. Shot clock at 1. Bilbray heaves it up. He missed it, but it's a shot clock violation. Eagles turn it over for the first time this half and the 8th time in the game. Ball back to Newberry, who's down by 11. Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. Contact men's basketball on Taylor Hawkins at CNEagles.com/Modern Woodman to help secure your family's financial future. Whistle and a foul away from the bow on Newberry's offensive end. Braden Illick with a shove is charged with his third. First on the Eagles. Shot clock resets to 20. And Rivers inbounds from the right baseline. Head of the key for Strimlow. Pump fakes a 3. Drives on Illick. Spins. Dishes. Right wing. Rivers. Rivers back to the right point for McDowell. Around the horn it goes. Illick and Strimlow tied up. Whistle and a 4th personal on Braden Illick. So Illick, 2 quick fouls. He'll sit for a minute with his 4th, the team's 2nd. And some significant run here for Isaac Stamper coming. Shot clock back to 20. A 40-29 lead for the Eagles. Inbounds comes to Strimlow, who misfires from the right block. Stamper outlets it ahead to Bilbray, but led him too far on the right sideline. It's out of bounds, back to Newberry. Eagles haven't made a shot from the field in 2 minutes and 34 seconds, but have some free throws in there. Stamper's out. Ivers Uosis is in. Newberry with it front court. Left corner for Kazin McDowell. Out to the top of the key, Downs. Downs zeroes in on Browder, draws contact, can't get the shot to fall. Bilbray the rebound, outlets it ahead to Houck. Houck does not have numbers. He's stripped by Drew Robinson. It's out of bounds into Carson-Newman's bench and stays with the Eagles after this break. 15:55 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 40, Newberry 29. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes and 14 seconds, but still lead by double digits. Back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
An 11-2 run for Carson-Newman spanning the halftime break as the Eagles up by double digits for a second time today, but the Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Up 40-29 on the Wolves with 15:55 to play in the second half. Stick around for the Domino's post-game report for the selection of the premier player of the game after today's contest. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Browder, head of the key, bounce feed Fry through his hands, lost it to Drew Robinson. Turnover number 10 of the day for Carson-Newman, number 3 of the second half. Eagles scoring drought reaches past 2.5 minutes as the Wolves bring it front court. Rivers, head of the key, down the left side of the paint, cut off by Browder. Looks for a feed, goes out to Scrimlow right wing. Bounce feed inside, pilfered by Fry. Fry into the front court. Lost the handle on it, gathers it back, gets it to Houck right wing. Eagles reset. Fry off to Bilbray, right wing, pick and pop three, front of the 10, no good. Downs reaches up for his 7th board on the left block, and the Wolves bring it left to right. Eagles 40, Newberry 29, 15-10 to play in the second half. Rivers, head of the key, right around a down screen, kick into the right corner. Here's a Scrimlow triple, well short. Scrimlow got his own miss. Second chance for the Wolves. Robinson, right in the paint, teardrop up and good off the window. 6 points for Drew Robinson, 40-31. Eagles by 9 with 14:50 to play in the second half. Eagles haven't scored, though, in 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Browder off to Bilbray left wing, no look into the left corner for Fry. Back to Bilbray cutting left baseline. Bilbray, baseball pass Browder, left wing, tries a triple, splash! Jack Browder reigns his 3rd down from distance. He's got a game-high 13, and the Eagles stretch the lead back to 12. 43-31, 14:25 to play in the second half. Newberry on the offensive end. Free throw line for Robinson, drops it off Downs' left baseline. Downs spins left, splits 2 defenders, gets to the hole, and lays it in off the window. 43-33, 10-point game with 14:08 to play in the second half. Browder over the timeline, right side for Carson-Newman, harassed by McDowell. Swings it to the right wing, Bilbray. McDowell switches to him. Bilbray off to Fry, back to Bilbray right wing, give and go to Fry, feeds a cutting Houck at the hole. Houck's basket waved off, you got a whistle and a foul on the floor. And that's a fourth on Strimlow. Second on the Wolves. So Strimlow with 4, Illick with 4. Two big men sitting both ways. If you're Carson-Newman, you wish the soccer rule held where you get advantage played, because the Eagles would gleefully take Rylan Houck's open layup for 2. 43-33. Eagles by 10. That was the halftime margin. Carson-Newman's led by as many as 13 in this game. Houck, inbound right baseline to Bilbray in the right corner. Fades from a 17-footer. Toilet bowl's out right side. Botts and McDowell tied up. Jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Newberry. Crowd appreciating Caden Botts' hustle. Going for an offensive rebound. And Carson-Newman will get the arrow back, thanks to the efforts of Caden Botts on the glass. 43-33, Eagles by 10 with 13:37 to play in the second half. Out of the key for McDowell, gives off to Rivers left wing. Rivers, baseball pass up top, Robinson. Right around a down screen, goes back to downside of the key. He fires a straight-on triple and makes the first of the day for Newberry. Drake Downs, his 10th make from deep on the season. He does connect at a high percentage. Wolves 1 of 14 from beyond the arc. They're down 7. 43-36. Now Bilbray stumbles through contact and turns it over on the other end. Wolves front court. Twisting, turning, laying it in is McDowell and Chuck Benson. He'd call for time, or the mop's out. Perspiration on the floor from where Bilbray slipped. 5 in a row for Newberry to get within 5. 43-38 with 13:05 to play in the second half. 7 in a row for the Wolves in the last 68 seconds. Carson-Newman looking for offense here. Ahead by 5. Houck pressured in the backcourt by Drew Robinson. Goes to Uosis right wing. Sot sticks to him. Swing it Botts left wing. Botts. Right hand dribbles against Drake Downs. Goes to Browder left point. Browder 13 and 12. Browder stripped by Robinson into Carson-Newman's bench. It stays with the Eagles. Carson-Newman's turned it over 4 times in the last 5 minutes. That was the problem on Wednesday night, with 19 of them against LMU. Just 11 on the day overall for Carson-Newman. Points off turnovers are even in this one. Eagles shooting 52% from the field. Newberry at 33%. Wolves to the free throw line more often than the Eagles. Bilbray, left wing, tries a triple, and he stops the skid. Matt Bilbray, the second Eagle into double figures. He has 10. 46-38, back to an 8-point Eagle lead with 12:30 to play in the second half. Wolves with it front court. 46% from the field after halftime for Newberry. Busan off to Robinson right wing. He pulls up right baseline. 15-footers airballed strong. Houck the rebound on the backside left block. Gets it head to Bilbray. He wanted a transition 3-ball on the left wing. Instead hits Uosis down the left side of the paint. Stops, pivots, passes. Bilbray left corner. 3-ball. Bingo! Bilbray's gone bananas from deep. 6 straight for Matt Bilbray, all from range, and what was once a 5-point game has swollen back up to 11. 6 straight for the Eagles, all from Matt Bilbray. 49-38 with 11:50 to play in the second half. Newberry onto the offensive end. Rivers, free throw line. Bounce feed, Lusant, left block, strip going up. Whistle, foul. Who's it on? Charge this. To Caden Botts. His first, team's third. We come to a break in the action. 11:43 to play in the second half. 6 in a row for the Eagles to grab a 49-38 lead on Newberry. Back after this. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
11:43 to go in the second half, 49-38. Carson-Newman leads Newberry. Eagles have scored 6 straight, headlined by back-to-back 3 balls from Matt Bilbray. And that comes on the heels of a 7-0 Newberry run, and now Peterson Lusant is at the line for the Wolves, where he's 1 of 5 this season. He is a career 54% free throw shooter, and he shoots 2 here, looking to trim it back to single digits. Lobs the first one up, and it swishes through with a high arc. Got some crutches amongst the Mossy Creek Maniacs, trying to distract Lusant, who swishes both of them. 1 of 5 coming in, but he goes 2 for 2 there. There's 3 for 7 for the year, and he exits. Replaced by Houston Jones. 49-40. Eagles by 9. Browder makes his defender foul down. Gets it back after a feed to Houck. Browder with it in the left corner. Browder backs down Downs. Turns into the lane. Right hand hook. Toilet bowls in. 15 for Jack Browder. League's leading scorer. Puts the Eagles up 11. 51-40 with 11:20 to play in the second half. Newberry works at front court in gray jerseys. Rivers down the right side of the paint. Tosses up and draws a foul on Khalees Fry. And Chuck Benson says, you got to go to the monitors. Foul is on Fry, his 3rd. Team's 4th. Chuck Benson is asking for review because of something that happened away from the ball. Archibald Whaley and Stedman Wismont heading over to chat with Chuck Benson. You got 2 free throws coming for Makai Rivers after the foul on Khalees Fry. I presume that Chuck has seen something that would indicate that there's a flagrant foul away from the ball or something. That's why he's requesting for a review. Something that wasn't in the officials' line of sight. And Archibald Whaley and Stedman Wisnant sending the teams to their bench. So Chuck Benson, we should have a media because of the called timeout. So we're going to step aside for a break. Officials are going to go to the monitor, and we'll sort this out when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital,
laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside here at Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman leads Newberry 51 to 40, with 11:12 to play in the second half. Chuck Benson has initiated a review to look for a flagrant foul call away from the ball on a drive by Mekhi Rivers, where Khalees Fry fouled him. Wallace Hardy, Archibald Whaley, Stedman Wisnant have reviewed the footage and are chatting about what they've seen. And they wait their official adjudication of what Chuck Benson says is a two-arm shove by Drake Downs on Jack Browder coming around the screen. It should go down as a flagrant foul. It's not like the NBA. You can't go back and assess a moving screen to Drake Downs. But you can go back and assess a flagrant foul. But Carson-Newman, I can see why Chuck Benson wants it reviewed. I suppose at the end of the day, all you have to lose here is a timeout. A lengthy conversation between Whaley Wallace and Stedman Wisnant. Archibald and Wallace Hardy have been in this league for a hot minute. And Stedman Wisnant, he's one of the younger pups, but his dad, Tony, 62 years old, has been officiating South Atlantic Conference basketball since the mid-aughts. So he's from an officiating family and certainly has it in his blood. So meeting has concluded. Archibald Whaley's calling Chuck Benson and Marcus Kirkland over, and he will provide a breakdown of what has happened. So hopefully we will receive word at the scores table what's going to happen. But it is complex, it feels like, and the majority of the explaining to is being directed at Marcus Kirkland. So, and now Chuck Benson is receiving his words. So, still a lot to unpack, and they haven't yet addressed it with the scores table to officially tell the table crew and us courtside what the breakdown is. It's 11-12 to play in the second half. It's a 51-40 lead on Carson-Newman over Newberry. If it's on downs, and judging by Marcus Kirkland's body language and action, I would say something has been called on Drake Downs because it would be his fourth. So, now Archibald Whaley getting some more questions from Chuck Benson, some clarification. I think we're going to shoot Mekhi Rivers' free throws first. I'm going to try to listen in best I can. But I do believe there is a flagrant foul that has been assessed to Drake Downs. Now, Archibald has passed along the word to Matt Scalzo, Holt Fieldhouse's public address announcer and statistician. We sort all of this out. So Drake Downs has been charged with, I suppose, a common foul. The first free throw's on Makai Rivers. Marries the first free throw, make it a 10-point game. Second one's up, and it is in. So Downs has a third personal. Team's third. 2 of 2 trip for Rivers to make it 9. Well, that's interesting. If they called that a common foul, I don't believe you could go back and review that. Flagrant abs, yes, you can review that. Archibald Whaley has warned Marcus Kirkland. I don't blame Kirk in this situation. I don't believe you can review. You can review it if it's a technical, but you can't go back and assess a common foul in that situation. I need to double check the rule book, but I don't think it's like the NBA off the top of my head, but I need to quote the rule. Browder down the right side of the lane. He drives in and gets fouled by McDowell. So that's a first on McDowell, a fourth on Newberry, and 2 free throws for Jack Browder with 10:54 to play in the second half. And the Eagles leading 51-42. Browder swishes the first. 10-point game, 52-42. Jack Browder sitting on 16 points. 1,733 for his career. Second one rolls in, 17 for Browder. 11-point lead for the Eagles, 53-42 with 10:50 to play in the second half. Wolves with it front court. Turnover. Robinson's pass intercepted by Browder. Gets it ahead to Brown. Brown to the rim. Goes in. Missed the layup. Loose ball. Off the deck in the middle of the lane. Brown tries to scoop it up. He's back tapped. It's out of bounds. And it's Carson-Newman ball. No, Newberry ball. Pardon me. Helter, skelter, herky, jerky. All out of control there. Newberry corrals and trails by 11. How about this? Newberry hasn't made a shot from the field in 2.5 minutes, but it's 4 of their last 5 from the field because of turnovers. Downs, right wing. Stripped by Fry. Loose ball. Downs dives on the deck. Fry tips it to Houck. Sends it ahead to Botts. Botts one dribble. Missed the layup. Got his own miss. Botts leans back and connects off the window. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. Caden Botts matches Carson-Newman's biggest lead at 13, 55-42 at the halfway point of the second half. Wolves front court. Downs, left baseline, backs down Fry, spins left, shoots from 15 and swirls it in. 13 for Drake Downs, 55-44, Eagles by 11. 9:43 to play in the second half. Eagles with the ball on their offensive end. Brown. Head of the key, sends it to Browder, left point. Defended tightly by McDowell. Browder, jab step, feed Fry, left corner, back to Browder, left wing. Browder leaps and passes for Brown at the head of the key. 7 to shoot. Brown down the left side of the lane. Off balance through contact, no. Botts grabbed the miss, got shoved with 2 hands. He's discarded and fouled by Houston Jones. First personal on Jones, 15 foul on the Wolves. 2 free throws for Caden Botts. Botts adding some spice to the sauce with his offensive rebounding, and he swishes the first free throw to make it a 12-point game. 56-44, Eagles by 12 with 9:21 to play in the second half. Both these teams having to contend with foul trouble. For Newberry, Malachi Strimlow's on the bench with 4. Second free throw for Botts, hit every part of the rim and fired off to the right, no good. Braden Illick on the bench with 4 personals for the Eagles. Newberry works it left to right, down by 12 with 9:10 to play in the second half. Wolves go to Hawkins on the left wing. Or pardon me, Houston Jones, and now Fry strips Jones but gets hit with his 4th personal. So that's his 4th, team's 5th. Ivris Uosis off the bench to check in for Khalees Fry. So Carson-Newman with 2 starters on the Pine in foul trouble. Jones triggers into Drew Robinson left wing. Robinson right around a Hawkins screen, bounces down to Downs right block. Faces the basket on Uosis. Downs spins, flips, head of the key, McDowell. 7 to shoot. McDowell into the paint. Fades from 12 and swishes it. 10 for McDowell. He's the 3rd Wolf into double figures. 56-46, Eagles by 10 with 8:38 to play in the second half. Wolves have hit 6 of their last 7 shots. There's a deflection at the timeline. Houck gathers it back in. Houck leaps and lobs Browder, right block. He airballs the miss. Browder grabs his own miss, turns, right hand hook, toilet bowling in. Does that count? You got a foul on Hawkins. 6th team foul on the Wolves. I think it was poked in by somebody other than Browder, so the basket does not count. 2 free throws for Jack Browder. Looking to stretch it back to 12. Bends the knees. First one's on the way and through all strings. 18 for Jack Browder. Second free throw for Jack. Pushes it up and swishes it. 19 points for Jack Browder to lead all scorers. He's got the Eagles up 12, 58-46 with 8:20 to play in the second half. Newberry front court. Robinson down the right side of the paint. Off balance. Leaner connects off the window. Counted in a foul. Took it into the teeth of Ivris Uosis. And the foul is on Uosis. His first, team's 6th. Makes it a 10-point game, 58-48. And now Robinson heads to the line for an and-one free throw with the Tubas from the pep band directly in the line of sight. Tubas, a crutch, a thrown camouflage shirt. None of it mattered. Robinson buried it, nothing but net. 9-point game, 58-49 Eagles with 8:10 to play in the second half. Houck left wing, dribbles inside, got stripped from behind by Robinson. Downs takes it away. Shuffles it off to McDowell into the right corner. Houston Jones. Bounce feed Downs right baseline. Downs. Pass tipped, but grabbed by McDowell right point. McDowell down to the right baseline. Hands off Downs. Backing down Uosis right block. Gets underneath the basket. Pinned. Shoots. Doesn't score. Houck grabs the miss off the front of the 10. Eagles get the stop and move right to left. Newberry 9 of 18. 50% from the field after halftime. Eagles by 9. Botts at the head of the key. And you got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Brings us to a break in the action. Foul is on Hawkins, his 3rd, team 7th. 1-1 for Jack Browder. 7:31 to go in the second half. Carson-Newman 58. Newberry 49. 7:31 to go in the second half. We're back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
.7:31 to play in the second half, 58-49. Carson-Newman a 9-point lead on Newberry. Eagles got up double digits in the first half with a 12-0 run. Newberry worked into it with a 7-0 burst. Eagles answered with an 11-2 run spanning the halftime break. And this lead for Carson-Newman has hovered around 10 points pretty much since Newberry cut it to 5 with 13:05 to go. Off of a pair of Matt Bilbray threes consecutively. Jack Browder front into the 1-and-1. Got the roll. Front iron bounces high into the air and falls through. He's got 20 points for an 11th time in 12 games. And for the 44th time in his career, he knocks down the second for his 21st point. Game high 21 for the league's leading scorer. It's back to an 11-point Eagle lead. 60-49 with 7:25 to play in the second half. Wolves with the basketball. Top of the key for Drew Robinson. Flips it off to Hawkins left wing. Run the weave back to Robinson left wing. Gets north-south down the middle of the paint. Kick out Hawkins. Right point. 3 ball. Glances off to the left. Second chance, though, there for Downs, who dumps in from the left side. 60-51. Eagles by 9. 7 minutes on the button left in the second half. Downs has 15 points, the league's second leading scorer. 11 of those have come here in the second half. Browder over the timeline left side. Underhand pass to Houck out to Uosis, top of the key. Finds Bilbray right wing. Bilbray start and stop move into the paint. Stops, dumps. Uosis right block, open layup, good for 2. 4 points for Ivorish Uosis. Matt Bilbray has his 7th assist, and it's back to an 11-point Eagle lead. Wolves the other way with 6:30 to play. Houck a steal on the perimeter. Houck one-on-one with McDowell to the cup. He lays them with the right hand. Eagles hadn't made a shot for the field in 3 minutes. They've got a 4-point flourish in the last 15 seconds. 64-51, Eagles by 13, matching their biggest lead with 6:11 to go in the second half. Head of the key, Drew Robinson open for a step-back 3, and he cans it. 41% shooter open from deep. He's 1 of 4 from range. 10-point game, 64-54. 6 minutes on the nose left in the second half. Carson-Newman brings it right to left. Bilbray, left wing, spins inside to the right, off balance. Leaner tickles Twine. 15 for Matt Bilbray. Eagles by 12, 66-54, 5:42 to play in the second half. Newberry onto the offensive end. Robinson off to Hawkins left wing. A hard screen knocks Browder to the ground. Now whistle a foul on Hawkins' drive. Browder pleading for a moving screen call. Instead, you got a foul on the drive for Caden Botts, his second, team 7th. So Hawkins to the line for his first free throws of his sophomore season. He's 4-5 at the line in his career, as Brett Dent and Braden Illick are set to check in. Hawkins calmly swishes the first. Dent is in. He replaces Houston Jones. Braden Illick checks back in to replace Caden Botts. Illick will have to play carefully with 4 fouls. Trying to make it a 2-of-2 trip is Shane Hawkins, and he does with a swish. 66-56, Eagles by 10 with 5:30 to play in the second half. It was a 10-point game at the halftime break. It's a 10-point game with 5:24 to play in the second half in favor of the Eagles. Illick, left-hand dribbles down the left side of the paint. Dent defends him, and Illick stepped out of bounds in front of Carson-Newman's bench for Carson-Newman's 13th turnover. Ball back to the Wolves, who have shot 52% from the field after halftime, after a 7 of 27 effort in the first half. Robinson, right of the lane, backs it out to Hawkins, right wing, run the weave, over to McDowell, drop it off left baseline, Downs. Twists it on Bilbray, Eagles double him. Downs, pin, pass, pilfered by Uosis. 14th turnover for the Wolves, Eagles bring it right to left ahead by 10. Bilbray, left wing defended by Hawkins, right around an Illick screen to the head of the key, stops, shuffles, Houck, right wing, pulls from deep, bang, bang! Rylan Houck drills the 3-ball and matches Carson-Newman's biggest lead. 69-56, 4:33 to play in the second half. Wolves front court, a whistle and a foul away from the ball on Matt Bilbray trying to scrape through a screen. Second on Bilbray, 8th on the Eagles. 1-1 for Brett Dent. A chance for Newberry to score with the clock stopped. Makai Rivers checks back in. Chuck Benson is pleading for watching ball screens. 1-1 for Brett Dent. 61% shooter on the year. Front end is on the way and swishes through. Newberry 19 of 21 from the line. The league's second best free throw shooting team in terms of percentage. Uosis exits. Khalees Fry is back in playing with 4 fouls. 69-57, Eagles by 12. 4.5 to go in the second half. Dent's second is on the way. It rattles out front side. Houck's there to grab his 5th rebound. And the Eagles bring it right to left, ahead by 12 with 4:24 to go in the second half. Illick between the rings. Pass out of bounds into Carson-Newman's bench. Illick and Browder. Miscommunication on the dribble handoff. The 14th turnover for the Eagles gives the ball back to the Wolves. Turnovers are even 14 apiece, but the Eagles have a 15-8 edge in points off turnovers. Rivers down the left side of the lane. Browder erases it out of bounds with a right-handed fly swatter. Stays with Newberry with 20 to shoot and 4:07 to play in the first half. Or in the second half, pardon me. 69-57, Eagles by 12, looking to put a halt to a 4-game losing streak. Inbounds comes, Khalees Fry knocks it away, and Houck steals it. Then Houck is blasted from behind. Chuck Benson is calling for time. Ball is still loose. Illick has it. Now Chuck gets the timeout off. Everybody tied up. Herky-jerky. Absolute chaos. We're going to come to a media timeout. 3:59 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman basketball. Eagles by 12. And we return to Holt Fieldhouse after some chaos here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
.359 to play in the second half, 69-57. Carson-Newman leads Newberry. The Eagles have made their last 4 shots from the field, shooting 56% as a team. Well, Newberry, 37% for the game. It's a 7 of 27 mark in the first half en route to 25 points, but they've picked up business offensively. They have 9 second-half turnovers. That has hampered the comeback cause for the Wolves in this one. Eagle basketball out of the timeout. Rivers pressures Bilbray in the backcourt as Houck gets it in. Bilbray sprints across the timeline. Illick head of the key for Fry, right block. Fry, man-to-man with Drake Downs, peels off and gives to Houck in the right corner. Downs switches to him with 8 and 7 to shoot. Out to Illick, top of the key, 6 and 5. Illick down the right side of the paint, fades from the right elbow, back of the 10 strong. Downs reaches up to grab his 10th rebound. He's got a double-double. Wolves bring it front court down by 12 with 3:30 to play in the second half. McDowell, foul line, foul on the jump shot by Fry. He's done. That's his 5th, team's 9th. So Fry fouls out. And Chuck Benson has 20 seconds to decide who to sub in for Khalees Fry, and he'll turn to Ivris Uosis. So Fry's out. Uosis is in. Fry, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, a block, and a ton of deflections on the day for the Eagles. First free throw for McDowell. He swishes it. Newberry, 20 of 23 at the charity stripe. Down by 11, pardon me, looking to be down by 10. And they are, as McDowell swishes the second for his 12th point. 3:28 to go in the second half. Eagles by 10, 69-59. Carson-Newman brings it right to left. Bilbray over the timeline. Guarded tightly by Rivers with pressure. Bilbray sends it to Illick, right point. Illick, 2 left-hand dribbles, chest pass Browder, left wing. Drives baseline, cut off, backs it out. Illick, pump fakes a 3, steps inside, pulls up, left of the lane, 10-footer, rattles out. Illick follows his own miss and lays it in with the right hand from the left side. 7 for Braden Illick, back to a 12-point Eagle lead. 71-59 with 2:55 to play in the second half. Wolves front court. Downs down the right side of the paint. He sends it in off glass. Count the basket and a foul. It's on Uosis, his second, team's 10th. Downs has 17, including 13 after halftime. And Drake Downs heads to the line, looking to make this a single-digit ball game with his and one free throw. He's 2 of 2 at the stripe today. 83% free throw shooter, calmly buries it. And Marcus Kirkland wants a 30-second timeout. 71-62, Eagles by 9 with 2:50 to play in the second half. Eagles have made 5 of their last 7 shots from the field and are protecting the lead that they built from the first half. Carson-Newman used a 12-0 run to create separation in the opening stanza. Newberry would chip away at that, get within 4. Then an 11-2 run spanning the halftime break stretched it back to double digits. And it has been around a 10 to 13-point game for Carson-Newman ever since. Eagles were up 35-25 in the first. At the end of the first half, Newberry has outscored the Eagles 37-36 after halftime. Browder, Illick, Houck, Bilbray, and Uosis on the floor for Carson-Newman. Khalees Fry has fouled out. Full court pressure on for the Wolves. Rivers defends Bilbray 94 feet, and Bilbray breaks across the timeline with 2 seconds to spare on the right-hand side of the floor. Browder, head of the key. Goes to Uosis left wing, chest pass Houck left corner. Houck out to Browder, top of the key. Browder pulls from the left point, front of the 10, no good. Strimlow rises up for the rebound. Now the Wolves bring it left to right. Downs hands off for Robinson. The left wing 3 is long. Rebound scrapped for, loose on the floor. Uosis has it, as does Strimlow. It's a jump ball with the arrow favoring Newberry. So Newberry extends the possession. 2:17 to play in the second half. 71-62, Carson-Newman by 9 over the Wolves. Inbounds will come from the right baseline from Rivers. Looks, and goes into Downs at the top of the key. Drives by Uosis, gets to the cup and lays it in around Braden Illick, playing with 4 fouls. 5 straight for the Wolves. They've cut it to 7. 71-64 with 2:05 to play in the second half. The Eagles bring it front court. Bilbray for Illick between the rings. Illick right hand dribbles, hands off Houck right wing. Houck attacks right baseline, gets into Strimlow, missed the layup but draws a foul. Charge this to whom? It's on Strimlow. He's done. Indeed it is. It's a 5th personal on Strimlow. Team's 8th. So Strimlow will have to swap out. And it'll be Brett Dent off the bench. No, check that. Not Dent. It'll be Houston Jones. So Rylan Houck will shoot 2 for Carson-Newman. Up 71-64 on Newberry with 1:52 to play in the second half. Eagles have not won in 2026. Newberry has won 3 of their last 4. Houck bends the knees. First free throw is on the way, and he got the roll. Front iron around to the right and down through the strings. One more free throw for Rylan Houck. Bends the knees. Second one's up. Swish. 73-64. Eagles by 9 with 1:52 to play in the second half. Wolves work the basketball from left to right. Downs, right wing, pulls from range and buries a 3. 23 for Drake Downs. It's a 6-point game. 73-67 with 98 seconds left. And now Bilbray, a turnover. What happened? Did he step on the baseline? Yes, he did. Turnover number 15. Ball back to the Wolves with 98 seconds left in the second half. Eagles leading 73-67. Rivers triggers into Drew Robinson. Left wing triple on the way. He swishes it. 6 in a row for the Wolves in a blink of an eye. Timeout for Marcus Kirkland. It's a 3-point game with 92 seconds left. Newberry had made 2 of 17 threes to start this game, and the Wolves have buried back-to-back in the span of 13 seconds to get it inside of a single possession with 92 seconds left. 73-70. Eagles by 3 with 92 ticks left on the clock. Carson-Newman will inbound and look to halt this Newberry run. Wolves have shot 56% from the field after halftime. Went 0 of 10 from beyond the arc in the first half. They're 4 of 9 in the second half and 22 of 25 at the charity stripe. Browder will inbound to Rylan Houck. Gets it back to Browder, who races front court. Browder down the left side of the lane. Gets into Downs. His layup falls in off the window. Browder through contact finishes to stretch it to 5. 75-70 with 80 seconds left in the second half. Wolves front court. Robinson off to Downs right point. Downs slaloming down the right side of the paint. Spins, fades on Uosis. Misfires. Back to the 10. Houck the rebound right of the paint with 65 seconds left. 75-70. Eagles by 5. Houck across the timeline. Gets it to Browder left wing. For Illick head of the key, and he's promptly fouled by Brett Dent. Second personal on Dent. 19th foul on the Wolves. 1-1 for Braden Illick with 57.1 seconds left. And the Eagles leading 75-70. One and one for Braden Illick. Front end is on the way. And true. 6-point game, 76-70. 57.1 seconds left. One more free throw for Braden Illick. He got an offense for defense sub coming in for the Eagles if he makes it with Caden Bonds. Illick with 8 points. Make it 9. He calmly buries the second. 3-possession lead for the Eagles, 77-70 with 57.1 seconds left. Arrow favors Carson-Newman. Wolves with a timeout left. Eagles with a 30 and a full. Robinson off to Houston Jones, right wing for a triple. Backboard, nothing else. Browder grabs the rebound, left block, and is fouled. It's on Drake Downs. His 4th, team's 10th. 2 for Jack Browder. With 48 seconds left and a chance to stretch it to 9. Browder with 23 points, right at his average as the league's leading scorer. Bounces the ball twice, first free throws through. 24 for Junkyard Jack. 78-70. Eagles by 8, still a 3-possession lead no matter what happens with this free throw, and he shorts it. Off the front of the rim, Downs his 11th rebound. Wolves bring it front court. And a whistle and a foul on the floor on a drive. It's on Caden Botts. That's his 3rd, team's 11th. Drew Robinson with an opportunity to score with the clock stopped. Eagles with a 30 and a full left. Newberry with a full. Brett Dent is set to check in as an offense for defense sub, presumably for Houston Jones, as Robinson buries the first. And yes, Houston Jones is out. Dent is in. Botts is out for the Eagles. Illick is in. Hawkins also checks back in for the Wolves, replacing Drake Downs. 78-71, Eagles by 7. With 41.8 seconds left. Second free throw for Robinson. He swishes it. 17 for Robinson. 78-72, Eagles by 6. Full court press on for the Wolves. Inbounds comes to Illick in the backcourt. Illick shunts it ahead the right sideline to Matt Bilbray. Bilbray harassed by Makai Rivers. 6-point lead with 33 seconds left. 12-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Bilbray dribbling around. 3 guys come to the ball. He slips it to Uosis left wing. Back to Bilbray left side with 11 to shoot. Bilbray, 9 and 8. Pressured by Rivers. Rivers dispossesses him, 6 and 5. Bilbray splits 2. And you got a whistle and a foul as he heads to the basket. Foul is on Makai Rivers, his first. The team's 11th. And Matt Bilbray to the line looking to stretch it to an 8-point game. He needs 1 to make it a 3-possession game. Bends the knees. The first one rainbows up and through the strings. 16 for Matt Bilbray. Offense for defense subs both ways. Botts in, Illick out for the Eagles. Hawkins and Dent out for the Wolves, while Downs and Jones check back in. Second free throw for Bilbray. Rattles off to the right. 79-72. Wolves grab the miss. Eagles by 7 with 12 seconds left. Robinson down the right side of the paint. Leaps, passes. Extra one. Left wing. Here's a 3. Off the mark from McDowell. Botts lost the handle on the rebound. It trickles out of bounds on the right baseline. 3.8 seconds left. Eagles in control. 79-72. Inbounds comes to Downs, right wing. Downs, off balance heave from 3 is off the top of the backboard. Browder grabs the miss. Buzzer, ball game. Eagles stop the skid. Carson-Newman prevails 79-72. Eagles the victors in 2026 for the first time. And it comes with efficient offense and chaotic defense. Carson-Newman shoots 54% for the field. Limits Newberry to 38% shooting for the day, and has enough sauce down the stretch to pick up a 79-72 win over the Newberry Wolves. 4th straight win for the Eagles in the all-time series versus Newberry. Eagles are now 9-7 on the year and 4-6 in league play, while the Wolves fall to 8-8 and 4-6 in South Atlantic Conference play. A win for Carson-Newman. Eagles get their first in 2026. with a quality 40-minute performance. Domino's postgame report heads your way when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Bring it backdoor lob. Dyer throws it down with two hands.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Chuck Benson, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, plus the selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and the premier building maintenance player of the game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilight, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Tarr Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Carson-Newman stops its four-game losing streak with a 79-72 win over the Newberry Wolves. Eagles get the job done thanks to an efficient shooting offense combined with a high-caliber defense to pick up the win over the Wolves, 79-72. It brings a halt a two-game win streak for the Wolves in a stretch there where they'd won 3 in their last 4. Carson-Newman again had lost 5 games just twice under head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. In fact, a pair of 6-game losing streaks in that 22-23 season. The Eagles prevail 79-72 today over the Newberry Wolves to get back on the right side of the win column. Balanced effort today for Carson-Newman. Jack Browder doing Jack Browder things. 24 points for him on 7 of 14 shooting, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc, and a 7 of 8 mark at the charity stripe for his 44th career 20-point game. He was joined in double digits by Matt Bilbray. Bilbray with 16 points, efficient, 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc, and a career-high matching 8 assists for Matt Bilbray. And then the third double-digit score for the Eagles, Rylan Houck on the plus side of 10 points for the 7th time in his junior year. Efficient, 6 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, and also grabbed 6 boards to boot. In a win that saw Carson-Newman have to navigate through foul trouble. The Eagles spent much of the first half with no Khalees Fry, with no Braden Illick, and no Jack Browder. Spent a good chunk of the second half with no Braden Illick. Khalees Fry fouled out, but Jack Browder remained on the floor, and that is probably the crucial point in that mix, as the league's leading scorer did his thing to pave the way for Carson-Newman to get a 79-72 win over the Newberry Wolves. Newberry, too, and Marcus Kirkland had to coach through foul trouble. Malachi Strimlow fouled out. Strimlow came in averaging 13 tonight. He was 1 of 6 from the field and fouled out in 21 minutes with just 2 points for the Wolves. Drake Downs, second leading scorer, had a double-double with 23 points and 11 boards. Drew Robinson finished with 17 on 6 of 13 shooting, while Mackay Rivers, and KZ McDowell had 13 and 12, respectively. But Strimlow absent in large part due to foul trouble. And then credit Drake Downs. He was in foul trouble in the first half, had 4 points, had 19 after halftime to fight back for Newberry and make things interesting. You look at the shooting percentages, Carson-Newman at 54%, Newberry at 38%, and you might wonder, why was this interesting? And credit Newberry. They did what a lot of teams try to do on the road, get to the line and rebound. They did both those things. 24-27 mark for the Wolves at the stripe, plus 6 on the glass for Newberry, a 2-1 advantage in offensive rebounds and a 14-9 advantage in second chance points. But Carson-Newman able to pass muster and pick up the win 79-72 over the Newberry Wolves. We continue on the Domino's postgame report. Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck.
Cav, hold on. I got a surprise.
Hold on.
I got a surprise for you, Cav. Thank you.
Oh!
Thank you, Cav. There you go.
Delivered.
I'm not going to do that in 2.5 weeks.
You've been waiting to bring me.
I can't bring you vittles like that. Bubba's smoked goodness on a loss. You got to be on a win. The flavor just intensifies after a victory.
So this is the leftovers?
This is
fresh. Fresh, because you
just delivered by Sweet Bubba.
You had it Wednesday.
Tell me your thoughts. The Georgia boy.
Here's the issue.
Okay, I don't cook issues.
I love that you brought spoons. I love that you brought spoons instead of forks.
We're so childlike down there. You don't understand. We'll be good to have.
What do I have in my mouth post game? We're still trying to get over the flu. Got a cough drop in. So
well, you guys have an excuse built in.
We're gonna make. It's not an excuse. It's a reason. Do you want to eat a sausage with a honey lemon Ricola in your mouth? No, you don't. I want a pure eating experience.
You just want to be pure.
That's right.
You just want to be pure.
You understand? We'll tuck into this in a second. Have no fear.
The beans are out of this world, just so you know.
My wife, no doubt, thanks you for for the plate of beans that you've given me. I'm sure she'll be thrilled with that development.
Yes.
Good win. Had to weather the storm a little bit. Newberry did what a lot of good teams do on the road to pick up a win with rebounding and free throws. But your team delivered some opening punches and punched back anytime Newberry made a run with poise. What did you see from your squad today?
Let me put it to you like this, Cav. We needed that win like a sinner needs a savior. I mean, it's been a really challenging couple of weeks. Our guys have been trying to find a happy place in the face of adversity, and it's been tough. One of the players came into my office this afternoon before the game and said, "Man, I'm really sort of glad we're dealing with this right now, so we can actually sharpen our point going into February." And we talk about iron sharpens iron, and that's both in-house with our competition, but it's also outside the house when we compete against others. And to say I'm just extremely happy for our guys. I'm extremely happy for the way that our team defended today. Extremely happy for the confidence that I saw some guys play with today, where we've just been playing with a little bit less of that than I know we actually possess. So all around good day, and it sure was time.
Keep talking. I finished the Ricola, and it's sausage time.
Okay. Well,
TikTok.
As I told you, I was sitting there thinking
TikTok at sausage o'clock, Chuck.
I've been thinking about what have I done as the head coach here to maybe just put the bad juju on our team, and then I realized it came to me.
What was it?
I stopped going to Dutch Bros. I'm getting to the age where I'm a little bit. My belly gets a little fussy when I have dairy.
Famously, you do have a fussy belly.
And so I decided.
Famously, you do have a fussy belly.
I decided to shoot around today. I went by myself. Didn't really tell anybody what I was doing. No, I actually told you.
You told me right after our pregame.
I went. I said, you know what? It's time to go back to Dutch Bros and get myself a golden eagle. Because nothing is better than a golden eagle. And I think there was something about that. I even told you I would be willing to live with an upset stomach for a bit, and I was. But it was well worth. So, obviously, now I've got to be going back to Dutch Bros every Wednesday and Saturday for the next 6 weeks.
Well, I appreciate that. And I'm going to reveal something here. Sandra Fowler, First Lady of Carson-Newman, and I were talking about what we would do to get a win, what we would personally do. And we both came to the resolution that slaughtering the chicken was on the table. A la Major League.
That's I don't know. That's very.
It was my
voodoo-y.
idea. My idea.
We're going straight voodoo.
My idea.
Your idea. Okay, fair
my
enough.
idea. But she agreed with me.
Yeah. Wring its neck. That's more easy to see. Just wring its neck. I actually saw my granny wring a chicken's neck one time years back. I'm not sure I've fully recovered from it, but I actually witnessed that. Myrtle Benson, Carson Springs, Tennessee, baby.
Got a lot of pin-up weirdness that we've been sitting on through this 4-game skid.
Yeah.
But
I always go for there's nothing better than the tip like that right there.
Nothing's better. You love the end of it.
The end of the saw
end of meat is great.
Yeah.
Sausage, great. Pepperoni, great. Burnt ends, famously, incredible. You always want to get the tip of the meat. It's worth paying a little bit of extra for.
What are your thoughts? I need.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I mean, it tastes. It of course tastes better after a win. It's got good bite,
and the
smoke is throughout.
Yeah, smoke is definitely in there. These are imported, by the way, from Georgia.
Georgia the state or Georgia the country?
Look, Bubba's a simple man. We're not bringing in imported meats. Georgia the state.
I don't know that I've ever gone through this with you. My uncle Joe Cavalier, mayor of Smithers, West Virginia, owned an Italian butcher shop and corner store. So, growing up, I had access.
Oh man, good for you.
The finest.
That wasn't my childhood experience, and I'm envious of that.
Let's talk basketball.
Yeah,
we've gone off the rails early. We typically save that for the back half of the chat. Newberry did a lot of things that can lead to winning, but your team responded.
They'd go on a run. Matt Bilbray would make back-to-back threes.
Bill was big today in shot making.
What do you see from your team from a poise standpoint to develop that and respond anytime Newberry did make a surge?
Well, I mean, like I said, our guys have been sort of suffering through the last couple of weeks. Not quitting, not laying down, just sort of steadily moving forward. And I think today there was a level of like resolve to let's just identify. We sort of simplified our process a little bit. Felt like maybe if we decluttered their minds a little bit, there was less to sort of have to be aware of, and I think maybe that helped us some. But during this period, I just think our guys found a good, happy place and delivered, especially on the shot-making end of it. I mean, we jumped there and make 8 threes at 47%. We've not done that in a minute. We shot 50 from the field, 71 from the line. So our shot-making was there. And a guy told me a long time ago, man, like, you usually can get down to, like, a lot of times in the game, everything's going to be better when the ball's going to the basket. So both sides of the ball seem to be better. So Bill was big in that way. Rylan had an efficient day. Jack, as usual, does his thing. So and several guys made shots for us, but that was in this game that was half the ball for sure.
You had to coach through some stuff today, though.
Yeah.
First time since the opening weekend that Jack Browder exited the floor in the first half. He was in foul trouble with 2
He braided ankles.
And that's where I was going next. You were down 3 starters for the final 4 minutes of the first half. You were down 2 starters for the final 10 minutes of the first half. What did you see from guys like Caden Botts, Ivorus Uosis, Colin Brown, especially Ivorus, playing some heavier minutes as you dealt with the foul trouble?
There's 4 freshmen there. Botts, Stamp, Ivorus, Colin. Our entire rotation off the bench today, freshmen at Carson-Newman. And in this kind of game, we needed them to be solid, and they were solid. I mean, collectively, we're a +8 with them on the court, and that went back to more than anything the way they defended and stayed committed to getting stops. Actually, when they were on the floor in the first half there, we had a little bit of a separation run going at halftime. I think they got us up double digits.
Yeah.
Newberry sort of clawed back in it there a little bit, but then we separated to get it to 10 going in at the break. So it's very difficult, man. I mean, there ain't nobody in the Southern Conference today that played 4 true freshmen off the bench. Nobody. And that's a challenge, man. And the fact that they responded like they did to help us is much appreciated.
Tough to limit a Newberry team that has as much veteran status and as much scoring punch as they do. Drake Downs got his. You hold him to 4 in the first half.
Yeah.
Goes for 19 in the second half to finish with 23. But again, foul trouble. Malachi Strimlow fouls out in 21 minutes with just 2 points when he averages 12. You went man for a good chunk of this one.
How about all 40?
Yeah, that is a good chunk. A little more than a good chunk. What did that do to disrupt Newberry?
I thought the first 3 possessions, they sort of thought we were just matching, and we're running some zone offensive stuff.
For the record, your man can look like a bad matchup.
It can. But once they sort of figured out what we were doing, not that we were trying to be tricky or anything, but we knew going in with this what we wanted to do defensively. And as a staff, we'd sort of worked our way through that. And then obviously the execution in terms of how we defended personnel, how we defended the 3. It was strong. The one place they got us, they sort of got it towards the basket, got to the line, free throw line 27 times, which that bested us, which doesn't happen typically. And I also thought they made some really tough twos. Look at Bill Bray. Bray's wanting to get on the radio so bad. He's telling us to rush up, to rush it. Impossibility, Bill Bray. So
you know who else is telling us to rush it?
Who?
Ian Johnson, who has to export these videos behind us.
You know what?
But you know what you need to do one time for Ian, because he's stuck here exporting these videos. He needs a plate of food.
We can make that happen.
He needs a plate of food.
Where are my associates that deliver food? We can make that happen. We will make that happen.
Ian Johnson deserves – he's the best video guy in the SAC.
Bar none.
Bar none. Bar none.
He needs a plate. He needs a plate, and I'm going to advocate for my guy.
Gotcha.
To get a plate.
We will let him have. We can prepare it for him. He can have access to the locker room.
Okay.
I would highly recommend that he doesn't hesitate very long, because there was some
damage being done.
As I walked out of there.
I want you to focus in on Matt Bilbray. We've touched on him a little bit, but a career high matching 8 assists, 6 of 11 from the field, 16 points. What did he do, captaining your offense?
Played with great poise today. He's in a good headspace. He's been in a good headspace. I've seen a lot of growth in him over the last this past calendar year through the summer and into the early part of the season, and then we collectively were struggling. But I really like where he's been the last probably two and a half weeks himself, mentally. I tell him, you're my guy, man, and you know how I feel about you as a person and a player. And I've got great confidence in you, and I want you to continue to compete with great confidence and still look for ways to evolve. I mean, dude, he's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's just a sophomore, but he plays with the poise of a more veteran player for sure.
I find it interesting. We had a difference in this game. You brought up your pregame ritual with your coffee. You know what I love? How you went there instead of your grandson being in attendance and him being your good luck charm.
He's my good luck charm too.
But you said the coffee. It's a really important note. And I'm going to clip this and send it to your daughter.
Well, clearly. Oh goodness, that was very sweaty.
Where did that even get planted? It looked like it was on your chin.
Yeah, it was just. It was all here.
Oh.
It was all here. Big E-Money was in the house. Ezra E-Money.
Yeah.
I call him Mr. Wonderful, obviously. And he's been staying a few days with us, and so maybe that.
It was the coffee and not him.
It was a combination.
Okay.
Golden Eagle plus E-Money equals Eagles victory. Eagle victory.
On the road next week, you play the last team in the league that you haven't faced, and who is it?
My beloved KT.
Beloved KT Carter and the Mars Hill Lions.
Yeah, beloved KT.
First time that you have had to face off against another head coach that is from your coaching tree, I believe. Go ahead, barehand that sucker. KT's, and we knew he would, has done a marvelous job at Mars Hill. Great hire by Rick Baker.
Honestly, home run hire.
Yeah,
home run hire. They could not have they could have done better. I know what that guy's about. I know what he's capable of. I'm really concerned because I think he's got some really positive things going on, and we're going to have a couple good days of preparation after a day of rest tomorrow, and we'll deep dive that as a staff tomorrow afternoon and see what's going to take. But I know from watching him, obviously I've been following with interest because of the relationship and the 6 years we spent together. So I'm really excited to see how that goes on Wednesday. But I know we're going to go ready. I'm tempted to take that end off that spoon.
Nope.
Okay, I gave you fair warning.
You
doubled down quickly.
I wish you would have.
Just
because you would have got one of them.
It would have been worth it. Sometimes a good spanking for a bad decision is actually worth it. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes
I was going to go with the pull quote. We needed this win like a sinner needs a savior.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to swap it out for whatever that was. Chuck, congratulations. Good to be back in the win column.
Feels good, Cabby.
All right.
Right. Thank you.
We'll talk Saturday or Wednesday, whatever day the next game is.
Yes.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Matt Bilbray to the microphone. We get back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Miss out on tonight's post-game interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's post-game report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
All right, back on the Domino's post-game report. Time now for our AEC electrifying play of the game. It goes to Matt Bilbray for this 6-0 sequence in the midpoint of the second half.
Wolves to the free throw line more often than the Eagles. Bilbray, left wing, tries a triple, and he stops the skid.
Matt Bilbray, the second Eagle in the double figures. He has 10. And that was followed by this one.
Clock gets it head to Bilbray. He wanted a transition three ball on the left wing. Instead hits Uosis down the left side of the paint. Stops, pivots, passes. Bilbray, left corner, three ball.
Bingo! Bilbray's gone bananas from deep. Those are our AEC electrifying plays of the game. AEC member-owned, service-driven, bringing value to everyday life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. Here on the Domino's post-game report, I am Adam Cavalier alongside Matt Bilbray. Matthew, none too shabby. 16 points, a career-high matching, 8 rebounds, and you stop a skid in a major way today against a Newberry team that had won 3 of its last 4. Let's focus on the personal and that sequence that was our AEC electrifying play of the day. Newberry had cut it to 5, then back-to-back threes for you in a 15-second window. You had answer points there. Your team had answer points at other stretches. What went through your mind in that sequence?
The first play, there was low shot clock. We just needed to get a shot up at the goal. Hopefully it would hit. So that one kind of launched from pretty far. Just kind of lucky it went in, to be honest. Next play, I don't remember. Next one I got out in transition, hit Ivorus after I pump faked. He found me right back in the same corner that I had just left from. So shout out to Ivorus for the pass, and I made that one too.
Shared the ball well. 15 assists on 27 made baskets as a team. You matched your career high with 8. What'd you see moving the ball around today?
Well, first things first, we've been in a drought, shooting the ball especially, and kind of clicked for us today, thankfully. So water always finds level, I believe is Luke's saying to us.
Oh, he's stolen that one from Chuck.
From somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
He don't ever come up with anything original, but yeah. So thankfully water is starting to find level for us, and we've started to hit shots. And I mean, whenever my guys are finishing shots around the rim, hitting threes, it makes my life a whole lot easier. Just the trust completely goes up. I know their confidence is still going to be high as they're hitting shots. So shout out to them for making some shots today.
I didn't realize Luke Brennigan was going to catch some strays.
Nah, he is.
He's been
mean lately.
You got me with that one. Defensively, man for 40 minutes, bothers Newberry into 37.9% shooting. What did you guys do defensively to make life challenging and inefficient for the majority of their roster. Outside of Drake Downs got his 9 of 14 from the field, but primarily in the second half. And Drew Robinson 17 on 6 of 13 shooting, but those were the only two above 50%. What'd you do to make life challenging?
Well, first off, our scout going into the game was to play man, because on Synergy they were graded excellent in zone offense. So we thought we could keep like matches with Drake Downs and try to make his life a little bit more difficult than maybe him getting stuck on me at the high post or something like that. Like, just keeping matches on him and then being able to shrink the floor and help in other areas. So we made him share the ball a little bit today, and just hope that his teammates wouldn't be able to produce as much as he could. So we just had a good scheme to stop Newberry, just plug the paint a little bit and try to make them shoot, but also take their threes away as well. So shout out to the coaches for the man defense today.
You play your final game of the first half of the league schedule on Wednesday. And who's it against?
KT and Mars Hill.
KT Carter and the Mars Hill Lions.
And Ashton Troutman.
That's right.
That was my roommate.
Ash too bouncy.
That's right. That was my roommate. So I got some words for KT and Ashton. Good words. But
truly incredible job that KT has done at Mars Hill.
For sure.
In year one. And obviously somebody that we love dearly. But
yes.
Somebody that we've been rooting hard for 26 games a season, and one of the two that we don't root for. Mars Hill comes up on Wednesday. What do you have to do to improve upon this one with the Lions inbound on Wednesday?
As a team and coaching staff, we got to watch film on them, find out what they do well, try to stop that. For me personally, I'm going to be texting Ashton, calling him, finding out what they're going to try to do to us, and relay that information back to CB. So I'll get some inside information on how to beat them, relay that to CB, and we'll beat them pretty bad, I hope.
All right. Bilbray, congrats, career high 8. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it, Cav.
That is sophomore point guard Matt Bilbray as Carson-Newman wins over Newberry 79-72. We've got our premier player of the game, Jack Browder, still to come. Quick scores from around the South Atlantic Conference. It is Lincoln Memorial winners over Coker by a final score of 84-72. Rail Splitters shoot 50% from the field. Got 19 points out of Jaden Spearman. And the Rail Splitters absorb a combined 49 from Deuce Jackson and Aaron Hall. Nobody else had double digits for the Cobras in the 12-point LMU win. Wingate staves off a late E&H comeback. Bulldogs were up 14 at the break. Wasps outscore them 53-43 and had a three-pointer come up short. Not that it would have mattered if E&H had made it. It would have been a one-point game instead of a four-point game, but Bulldogs shoot 58% from the field. Barry, 7 of 16 threes, and get 25 points from Kendall Campbell in a win over the Wasps. Tusculum gave LR everything it wanted and then a little bit more. It is the Bears who prevail 87-82 on the road at Pioneer Arena. Conrad Luczynski, 27 points. It's a career high for him on 8 of 11 shooting, including 11 of 12 at the line. Tyler Burriston, 7 of 15 from beyond the arc. He finishes with 21 to lead an LR team that shoots 46% from the field. Went 10 of 26 from beyond the arc. Tusculum got 20 out of Amari Allen on 8 of 16 shooting, including 4 of 5 from deep. Bryce Jackson with 16 points as well. Carson-Newman's next opponent, the Mars Hill Lions, and they nearly pulled one off at home against Catawba. The Lions were up on the Indians by 5 at the half, but Catawba outscores them 32-25 in the second half to pick up the 2-point win at Burt Stanford Arena. Mars Hill had a missed 3 from Alejandro Ford.
Bad news. No more sausages.
Oh, Jake Benson delivering bad news that Ian Johnson is out of luck with some sausages, or lack thereof. Alejandro Ford missed a 3 for the Lions that would have given them the win with a second left. And Anderson, unbeaten no more. UVA-wise wins at home over the Trojans, 73-67. Cavs were down 9 at the break. They outscore Anderson 46-31 in the second half, while limiting the Trojans to 39% shooting and a season worst 5 of 21 from beyond the arc. UVA-wise got 17 points out of Patrick Shelley, 15 out of Evan Ramsey. UVA-wise tough to beat in the Pryor Center. They've beaten LR and Anderson, the two nationally ranked teams in the league, at home this season. We continue on the Domino's postgame report with our premier player of the game. That's Jack Browder. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Adam Cavalier alongside Jack Browder. Jack, good to get back in the win column, 79-72 over Newberry, and this one felt like a total team effort. What did you see from your squad today?
Yeah, I saw confidence and trust and poise and preparation and self-discipline, all of our
core values.
Core values. We had a little – my bad. We had a little skid there. But it was important for us to find ourselves tonight, get back to what we do naturally and what we do best, play to our strengths. And that was a collective effort from all of us. And there's still some things that we can clean up. That wasn't we got in the win column, but we can learn from this too.
You say that, had some turnovers, 15 of them, 8 in the second half, and had to navigate through some stuff that you really haven't had to navigate through this year. Foul trouble. Braden Illick, Khalees Fry, all on the bench for a good chunk of the first half. In your case, it was the final 4 minutes. And yet, 4 freshmen off the bench provide a steadying hand to keep things kind of level. What'd you see in the moments from that second unit? While the plus minuses, I don't know too often that it's been a lineup of Rylan Houck, Colin Brown, Matt Bilbray, Ivor Shuozis, and Isaac Stamper on the floor at the same time.
Yeah, they showed some grit. They're young and they're learning, and I think this is a massive step in the right direction for them. I think all of them should build confidence off this. Obviously, the last 4 games have been tough and it's been very adverse for us, and I think that for them the most important thing is building confidence off this, and they deserve it, and they played well, and they did their job in those that last 4 minutes of the first half, and really set a good tone for us going into the second half. And they should just build extreme confidence off that.
Man for 40 minutes today. Not too many games in Chuck Benson's tenure that's been a thing. But it was today. It bothered Newberry into 38% shooting. Opened up some other things, especially getting to the line. But what did you do defensively to make life challenging on the Wolves?
Yeah, coaches gave us a good scout. Gave us just a few things to focus on for this game, and made it as simple and as clear cut on what it takes and what the process was going to be to get our preferred outcome today, and that was man. And I think that collectively it was it showed that we can play together and trust each other and play tough, physical, even though we lost the board battle, but it was just a collective effort on the defensive end for sure.
Lost the board battle, but Newberry had ample offensive rebounding.
That's true. What was their offensive rebound percentage?
14 on 36 missed shots? No. Yeah, 36 missed shots. So you do that math for me. You're the academic All-American of the year.
That's tough math. Oh, gosh. Your laughing's throwing me off. I don't even know. That's not bad, though, right?
14 by 36, 28, 42, like 30
something.
Somewhere in there.
That's not very good. But we got to do better on that one. We got to give more rebounds.
That's why you use a calculator.
I only had seven boards. How many defensive? Not many. 5? 6?
2 offensive, 5 defensive.
That's not good. I gotta give that. That's the board battle was lost by me. I have to be better than that. That's horrible. So I take ownership for that one 100%.
All right. You want to improve from this one?
You want to improve from this one against a very familiar face. KT Carter and the Mars Hill Lions headed to Burt Stanford Arena on Wednesday.
Yes.
Thrilled for the season that KT is having, one of our favorite humans, and so much love for Ace and Haley up there. But for 40 minutes, I suppose, try to put that aside. What do you have to do to expand upon this one with the Lions a little bit?
Yeah, just focus on our prep. Do the stuff we do every single game. Trust each other, trust our game plan, trust the scout, trust our coaches, play together, do all the simple stuff. And then I don't know if you mentioned this, but anybody listening, I think we need to lift up some prayers for Ace.
Yeah. I haven't gone there yet, but I suppose it is Haley's posted about it.
Yeah. So anybody that's listening, just pray for KT's family a little bit now. But we'll do our job going in there and hopefully get our preferred outcome.
Jack, pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's our premier player of the game, Jack Browder, as Carson-Newman beats Newberry 79. I mean, just look, it left me hanging. Unbelievable. He came back for it. 79-72. Carson gets the job done over the Wolves. Eagles are now 9-7 on the year and 4-6 in sack play. Wolves 8-8, 4-6 in league play. We're back at it on Wednesday. Doubleheader at Mars Hill. Mike Mincy goes for a career win 300 against the Lions at 5:30 p.m., 5:15 airtime. And the first time that Chuck Benson ever coaches against a member of his coaching tree as a head coach. Benson versus KT Carter at 7:30 Wednesday night. Again, airtime at 5:15. For our entire cast and crew, my counterpart for the women's game, Andrew Rogers, as well as our fantastic producer, Skip Roberts, back inside of network control, our replay operator, Ian Johnson, our director, Colin Kempfert, and our camera crew, Grace Gregory, Blair Cherry, Kennedy Goins, and Megan Ryan. I'm Adam Cavalier. Thanks for joining us. Again, the final score from Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman 79 and Newberry 72. We will chat next Wednesday from Mars Hill. Until then, have a pleasant rest of your Saturday, and good night from Holt Fieldhouse.
You've been listening to the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilight, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Tar Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Jay West, Brianna, she's just the girl DeCrow, and Matt Scalzo. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.